Man. Give it up. He's going to Gaza in 10 days to see his family. We love you, Hanitizer.
How am I doing? Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I love this place. It reminds me of home. You know, it's so small and tiny, and there's so many people everywhere. So I'm from Gaza, and if this place is gonna look like Gaza, we need a pregnant lady. Any pregnant here? No? I see the guy there volunteering. No, we're not taking any volunteers tonight. Yeah, in 10 days I'm going to Gaza, so that's fun. You guys like to go home, visit your families? Yeah, that's not too obvious. So, my mom is preparing a lot of food for me. You guys know how the mahshi and the baba ganoush and the malubi and all that Arabic food. But you know, I'm so excited, but the dilemma is I'm going to Gaza and I should be careful not to eat in Gaza. Not to come back and gain weight from Gaza. You know how embarrassing that would be? It's like Gazans are starving and Hani goes to Gaza and just like, hey, he's fat, alright? So, and you know the Israelis will find out, they give me a tour, travel around the nation, telling like, hey, this guy is fat Gazan. They're not starving in Gaza. So I might pull a Roxana Sabri and go on a hunger strike. Speaking of the crowd here, I haven't gotten a chance to hear the comedians, but I read a recent survey that's 54%. That's 54% of American Christians support waterboarding. Did you guys read this? I know this is a different Christian group, but I mean, I don't think like, why wouldn't they support it? I mean, they're just confessing to things. And they're not being drowned in water, they're just being baptized. And the thing they're choking on is the Holy Spirit. Too soon? 2,000 years ago? I don't know. Tough crowd, man, tough crowd. So I guess I'm not telling my 9/11 jokes tonight. It's good to be out here, man. I need to look at my notes. So if the Muslims are not offended yet, we're gonna screen the movie Infidel afterwards. So you guys, it's a free screening. So Ayana Hersey is coming as well. So we might make sure we offend everyone equally. So I was running the other day in Rock Creek Park. Any runners in the house? No? Not the Arabs around here, just the Americans? That's great. I feel very safe right now. So I actually ran into the Secretary of Treasury, Tim Geithner. He was running. You know the guy who gives all the money to the banks? He was alone. I was like, hey, I don't want to be your friend right now, man. So he was wearing short shorts. I could actually see his stimulus package. He did pass my stress test though, so it's looking good from here. We don't have any kids, do we? So the economy is not doing so good. Anyone lost their job recently? Yeah? Oh, great, thanks. Carlos, the only Latino guy in the crowd. So yeah, I recently got my green card, Philip. I got my green card, everyone. Of course, with the bad economy, I had to return it and ask for a refund. Bad idea. So yeah, now the economy is so bad that Planned Parenthood and Save the Children are sharing an office space. We want to save the children. Bye. Not judging anyone here. Not judging. So yeah, and I think the Shawarma King, when they opened, they had the manager special. Now it's called the janitor special. Still good, it's clean. So, you guys, I went to a Mormon school in Utah. Any Mormons in the crowd? No? They're all helping out Romney run for president? Anyone? No?
2012.
All right. The South will rise again, too.
That's right.
So, in BYU, they're really lovely people, very like awesome, very compatible with where I was raised. It's like I came from Gaza and they said, forget about New York, LA, Boston, we'll just send this guy into Utah. He came from a place no one wants to live in. Might as well just send him to another one here in the States. But I love it, it's very outdoorsy out there. But the thing is, like, they always introduce me, like, in a funny way. I'm sure, like, they don't mean this, but they always say, like, hey, Deetra, meet my friend Hani. Hani is not a member of our church, but he's a good man. And I'm like, gee, thanks. I feel validated. But then I started doing my own thing. I started saying, like, hey, Carlos, meet my friend Will. Will is an infidel, but I think we're going to keep him alive tonight. So it's going to be good, hopefully. So anyone flew recently? Any Arabs flying in the airport? You would hear those 50 million times, But for me, like I noticed whenever I try to fly, they always put the SS code, the SSS, so everyone knows what I'm talking about. And then they send me to this line where it's just me, the child molesters, and the midgets. And I don't really know why the midgets or the little people, I apologize, are a threat to our nation. But I mean, honestly, I don't know. Anyhow, so for the SSS code, anyone has an idea what the SS code? Please, no lawyers in the house, please. So yeah, the SS actually, I thought it would be like a sweet, sexy stud, But then I was disappointed to find out it's not neither sweet nor sexy. So I thought, what would it be? Would it be like a strapped, suicidal Sunni? Sacrificial, sneaky Shia? Anything you want to add to the Sufis? So yeah, that's quite an experience. But I do like to fly. I take the Greyhound bus. Anyone took the Greyhound bus? Yeah, it's awesome, It's like the most good-looking people in the house here. They take the Greyhound bus. But the thing is, like, they let you take your hygiene products with you. You can take your supplies and all that good stuff. Except people in the Greyhound bus don't know what the hygiene is. Obviously, we stand in different issues. We don't agree on this situation, so they might be right. I'm gonna close with this. I recently had an eye exam, and actually my sight improved by 1 degree. And I was like, yeah, so excited. But the catch is my doctor actually had to conduct the test at the local Hooters to get that result. Thank you very much. Have a good night, everyone.
So give it up for the Hanitizer, everybody. Yay, Hanitizer. And Deetra, thank you. And Firas, give it up for Firas as well. And Shahriar, even though he's gone. Yeah, and Mike Way. So at this point, before we closed up, I just wanted to see if anyone had a joke to tell. Anyone from the crowd, if you got the guts. Come on. Well, I don't have any jokes to tell, but I did want to tell you about our website, thejerusalemfund.org, and we also just set up a blog called PalestineCenterblog.org. So check those out. We have events all the time. I don't know, do you guys know that we have events at the Palestine Center, which is in Foggy Bottom? Did you know that? Yes. And we have an email list. If you're not on that, you can sign up outside. And we have our events, we tape record them, and now we video them, and you can watch them online if you miss them. And if you're on, how many of you are on iTunes? iTunes. We are on iTunes now under Palestine Center. Soon we'll start having some podcasts and interviews up on there, so we are entering the 21st century. But I want to thank you guys all for being a wonderful crowd, and I don't like doing the fundraising pitch, and you guys all look like you were in severe discomfort when I was going through that. I apologize, but it's something we have to do. And I have to get better at it. So I'm gonna think of some torture devices and psychological warfare next time. So I'm just warning you, I'm gonna get better at that and get more money from your pockets if you got it. So give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. And thank you to the Shawarma King for hosting this. and for making the best shawarma in DC. I also want to thank Mona Shami and Abidai for helping with promotion, and Rabia and Rifik for volunteering in the beginning. And thank you all, and have a wonderful night. And please come to the Jerusalem Fund anytime. Come visit me, come visit the Hanitizer, and come to our events. So have a good night. Thank you very much.